Well, g'day everyone. It is August 16th 2022. It is approximately 9:45 AM and the temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And today we find ourselves at South Brisbane railway station. I have a viewer that's asked me to get a bit of footage here, and I'm going to get a little bit, or as much as I can, before I get yelled at, because station staff don't really like people filming on their station. So we'll see if we can get away with it. South Brisbane station dates back to 1885. We'll get a bit of a look around here, and then we're going to head over to the Victoria Bridge on the western side this time for a change. Normally we go, well, most people cross it on the eastern side. And we'll have a bit of a chat about some of the things that make Brisbane, well, Brisbane. Some of its traits, and a couple of them I think are unique to Brisbane. And some facts you may or may not already know if you're a local. Yeah, more about that shortly. And just keep in mind, if there is an area you want to see, whether it's an old neighbourhood you used to live in or something that interests you around Brisbane, let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best to do that, as I'm doing now. This gentleman asked me to get some footage of South Brisbane station. He's also asked me to do some railway crossover bridges as well. I haven't forgotten. I've got quite a few viewer requests at the moment. I'll try and get through them. Yeah, we'll go and have a look inside. Cut through South Bank and head over the Victoria Bridge.
The train arriving on platform 2 is the Brisbane City and Brisbane Airport's train, stopping at all stations. The train arriving on platform 1 is the Park Road train, stopping at all stations.
So it was constructed from 1885 and opened in 1891.
The train arriving on platform 1 is the Cleveland train, stopping at all stations. The train arriving on platform 3 is the Brisbane City and Bowen Hills train, stopping at all stations.
I've never known that clock to be right, as long as I can remember. It's always showing the incorrect time. It is currently, what have we got, 9:57. Performing Arts Complex being built over here. Around the other side there's some diagrams of it. It's mostly glass. You get a better shot around the other side, but you can make that out there. Looks to be all open, which is unusual. just crossed Grey Street, South Brisbane, heading into South Bank Parklands. We have the wheel of Brisbane. Just going to briefly head up here before we go back the other way. Notice a little edit there, just had to make a little pit stop and carry on. We'll head down to the river, chuck a left and head over to the Victoria. We're at the tail end of winter at the moment, so you can see another glorious day in Vegas. We've had actually got a winter this year. It's a bit of a running gag in Brisbane. Goes something like, this year winter will fall on a Wednesday, but this year we had a lot of days in a row, a lot of consecutive days that were cool. In the single digits. This morning, for instance, was 6 degrees Celsius. A little bit brisk. Probably not cold for some of you who live overseas. Probably laugh at that, but it's cold for us. And then we'll soon hit spring, but in Brisbane that virtually goes straight to summer. I think Friday this week they're tipping 27 or 28 degrees Celsius. So it's starting to warm up. That bridge there is the newest addition under construction. This is reasonably new too. This jetty here, the City Cat terminal. That's the Neville Bonner Bridge. It's going to be linking Queen Street and Queen's Wharf development under construction. And they're opening parts of that up soon, some of the green spaces to the public, and they'll be opening up bits and pieces as the construction process progresses. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of activity going on. Some workers down here on a barge. And all the components of this bridge are built off-site and they're then floated up the river by barge and then lifted into a place. You can see over there the entry point for the bridge on the north side. So it's every time I come here it is progressing. It's quite deceiving though looking at it from here, then when you get over the Victoria Bridge you look at it, and the last time I was here it was about halfway. So it'll be interesting to see if it's gone any further. Wasn't that long ago I was here, but they're really getting along. I was here around December and all that was here was the south side entrance there to about there where these workers are. So it's progressed quite a bit in 8 months. Pergola, a gift from Nepal to Brisbane during World Expo 88. Walked around that in a recent video. shot there what the bridge will look like from the Queen's Wharf precinct. So we're only a year away. I'll be able to walk you over that. Won't that be exciting? So this is touted, that construction site I showed you earlier is the Australia's largest performing arts centre. You can see here what I was saying, it's all glass. There's a new theatre. You also always see billboards along here, show you what the upcoming shows are. We have to cross down here to get over to the western side of the Victoria Bridge. We'll have a little chat. So my channel reached a couple of milestones this week. My humble little channel. On Saturday I reached 100 subscribers. Might not seem a lot to people, but it's huge for me. It's taken me a long time to get there. What else I do? 11,000 views. Over 900 watch hours. So that was pretty exciting. So thank you all. Thank you for all your support. So if you subscribe Saturday afternoon between 2 PM and I think it was about 6 PM, You are my 100th subscriber. Just need 900 more. When you get 1,000 subscribers, you can live stream. I'm not going to do everyone live stream. So many things can go wrong. You drop out signal, lose some of your footage, but it'll be fun to do one occasionally. You also have to be mindful of copyright infringements with the music. YouTube are very strict on that type of thing. So yeah, I won't be doing everyone live stream, but it'll be fun time to time, something different.
Install the baby seat. Reach level.
Here we have Goma, Gallery of Modern Art. It's the cultural precinct. We also have the Queensland Museum. She's just there. And we also have the State Library of Queensland. It's located here. Drain the ponds for winter, bit of a maintenance. All the waterfalls there and bubbles. Over this side too. Some pelicans. I did a walk through here last year, and if you want to check that one out, you can see all the water running. Now Victoria Bridge, which we're about to cross, was closed to private transport in January 2021. Is now primarily a bus bridge. Pedestrians either side. And an eastern side cycle and scooter. One thing you'll notice in Brisbane is the abundance of buses. They are everywhere. And there's something unique, I think anyway, about them that I couldn't seem to find in any other capital city. And that is, you'll see obviously numbers on them. That one's 1432. All bus companies have numbers on their buses for obvious reasons, so they can track them and know what bus to take, and the maintenance schedule. But our buses also have a letter in front of the number, and they denote what bus depot they belong to. And we have 7 bus depots in Brisbane, 3 on the north side and 4 on the south side. And the north side ones are Virginia, Eagle Farm and Toowong. And the south side ones are Carina, Mount Gravatt, Sherwood, Willawong, I think that's it. I think I've covered them all. So they all have the letters before the numbers. So you'll have V for Virginia and C for Carina and so on. There's a W for Willawong, V for Virginia. And the only place you will see all the bus depots represented in one spot will be the city. For instance, it would be rare to see a Virginia bus deep south side. And it would be rare to see a Willawong bus deep in Northside territory. So yeah, it's just something a little bit, I think it's unique. I've looked at other bus companies around Brisbane, I can't see that. And we've got V there for Virginia. And you're probably wondering also why they're all blue and gold. And you also see rubbish bins and street signs in the CBD that are blue. You'll see blue and gold quite dominant around town. And there's a C, so that's Carina. And you got E for Eagle Farm. And yeah, and that's because that's the city's colours. And there's an S, Sherwood. So if you're ever curious about that, that's why. Mount Gravatt, you would think it would be an M, but it's actually G, and there's one there, Mount Gravatt. So just standing here, in the last couple of minutes, we've seen every bus depot represented, except Toowong. I haven't seen a T yet, but it's only a matter of time before one does come by. Now our fauna and flora emblems, the fauna, there's a G for Mount Gravatt. Our fauna emblem is the kangaroo, the koala and the green tree frog. And there's a rare banana bus. Not too many of those on the road anymore. And our flora, depends where you come from, is the red poinsettia. And that's interesting to note because the red poinsettia is actually native to Mexico, southern Mexico, but their climate and our climate are similar, so it's adapted well here. So we claimed it as our own, I guess. I would have thought it would be the jacaranda, even though the jacaranda isn't native to Australia. The very first jacaranda tree was planted in Brisbane in the City Botanical Gardens. And now they are everywhere. And the City Botanical Gardens should not be confused with the Brisbane Botanical Gardens, because the Brisbane Botanical Gardens are located on Mount Cootha, which is in the distance behind the Kurilpa Bridge. There's the next bridge you can see there. And just behind that is the William Jolly Bridge, also known as the Grey Street Bridge. And William Jolly was our first Lord Mayor, and at his passing they renamed the bridge the William Jolly in his honour, but many locals and old timers still refer to it as the Grey Street Bridge. Haven't seen it long yet, but we will. And these are Logan City bus services. You'll get Bayside here as well. There's predominantly Brisbane City Council buses you'll see. Now you heard me before mention Bris Vegas. Well, that term was coined when the casino opened in the early 90s. Which is over there. Covered that a few times. Prior to the opening of the casino, gambling or slots, pokies, one-armed bandits, whatever you want to call them, and casino games. There's a Willawong, were actually banned. It was illegal in Queensland. if you wanted to play the pokies, you had to travel over the New South Wales border, which is a couple hours in that direction, to go and play. I mean, I did, we all did, something different, felt a bit naughty, but we all did it. And when we got our first casino, the tag started, you know, Brisbane Vegas. Some love it, some loathe it. I like it. I use it quite often. Oh, there's a T. There we go. And it's wrong, so there you go. You've seen every bus depot represented already. Now, there's not too many places in Brisbane you'll see that, like I said. Yeah, it was actually a marketing campaign back in the day, the Brisbane Vegas tag. I didn't really know much about it at the time, and I'm sorry I didn't. So I would have liked to have grabbed a bit of merch. My sister actually bought me a fridge magnet, which I still have. It's on my bar, on my fridge in my bar. It says Brisbane Vegas. It's been around a while. Most of us refer to it as Brizzy, but there's an unwritten law, an unwritten rule, I should say, that you can't call it that unless you're local. And being a local in Brisbane, it varies from town to town, city to city. It's 25 years in residence. You can call yourself a local. That's the story I've been told anyway. I think Bundaberg is 23 years. Some towns are 20 years. But yeah, and this new development opens, the current casino will be moving into there, amongst other things. Now, its sister city is, well, I always thought it was just Kobe, Japan, but apparently we have 8. It's a bit of overkill. I don't really understand how the sister city thing works, but apparently they have to have a special department for each of these sister cities, which costs money. I don't really get it. I think 8's a bit over the top. They recently added Abu Dhabi, so we have them from Japan, China, I think Auckland or Wellington, New Zealand is a sister city as well. There's lots of New York themed areas in Brisbane. Restaurants, hotels and the like, malls. So I always thought maybe New York might have been a sister city, but no. That's the bus tunnel there, which takes you to King George Square bus terminal and Roma Street, all linked by underground tunnels. And there's a Queen Street Mall. And this is George Street. Now, another interesting fact I need to mention too about Brisbane is all our city streets, well, main city streets, are all named after British royalty. There's a T for Toowong bus. And the unique thing is that all the boys' names run east to west and all the girls' names run north to south. So down here we have William Street going across, and then we have George, then you have Albert, and then Edward, and then from the bottom end there where Central Station is, you have Ann Street, then Adelaide, Queen, Elizabeth, Charlotte, Mary, Margaret, and Alice. And Alice Street is the one that runs beside the City Botanical Gardens. So it's a handy little thing to remember if you're in town, you're not familiar with the area, you're wondering where the Alice Street is, well, you just head west, head east, sorry. And just keep following the girls' names down until you come to the street you want. We also have a Felix Street which runs off Margaret Street. And then you have Eagle Street and Creek Street which run across the river in that direction. And Queen Street here used to be open to traffic and was closed for the Commonwealth Games in 1982. Well, it was closed before that, 79 I think it might have been. So yeah, a couple of interesting facts you may not know of. Trams used to run down here straight off the old Victoria Bridge. And she's really growing, it's changing all the time. But in saying that, there's not one city street you can walk down and you won't find an historical building. I think the council is really conscious of that too. Sure, we've lost some great buildings over the years, but you know, that's progress. And there's a lot of these buildings here were just the facades remaining. But it shows a lot of character. So there's just glass buildings everywhere. It's the Maya Centre. It used to be a lot bigger. The old Telegraph newspaper house. And the one next to it is a Hotel Carlton. And it's really starting to warm up. I'm going to take this jacket on. I'll be back. You won't even know I'm gone. You see? Busy in here today for a Tuesday morning. Top of 23 Celsius is predicted for today. Feels like we've reached that already. Quite warm in the sun. Okay, so this is Albert Street. I'm crossing now, still part of the mall. And the mall is currently celebrating its 40 years. There's some very high-end retailers through this section. So Winter Garden. Not a whole lot in there, I've been through there before.
You know what I mean? And you answered it really well. So these are...
I know.
We're coming up to Edward Street. There's some more top-end retailers down there. We've got Hugo Boss, Gucci. Not a big country town anymore. We've got Tiffany. Yeah, he's coming of age. Oh well, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for all your support. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.